coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby, who running with, yeah. 2 2 3 3, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name, big dope on flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Soon as you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip I toss that I heard is big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby, who running with, yeah. 2 2 3 3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. Bitch, I'm active. If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping. Keep it on my body, bitch. I'm broke if you asking. Don't gotta sell the most, yeah, let's roll this broken whistles longer than it's foreign. Heard you want it cause the yam's enormous. What's an ass? Since she is a gorgeous. Live my life last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest. Do not know when knocking on the door is. Came in, I came in, I came in. Did it like the Porsches coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby, who running with, yeah. 2 2 3 3, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, yeah. Flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby, who running with, yeah. 2 2 3 3, I'm on 10 10 10, yeah.
Okay, y'all, this is Lisa. My bad, y'all. The music has
ended. Hey, y'all. And this is Real Talk. And I hope y'all are having a good Saturday evening. This is your girl, Lisa.
I'm trying to get
and
organized.
we are going to be talking about mess. Inmate to roommate. Hey, Shadrika. So, inmate to roommate is the topic of our conversation today. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come into the room. Like I said, I hope everybody is having a good Saturday evening. Anybody who's in the South or experiencing the hurricane and the tropical storms, I hope everybody in your family is safe. I know it can be scary. I hope everybody got power, something to eat. You know what I'm talking
about. What's up, y'all? Turn your volume down.
Oh, why you missed that? As far as good.
You sure? I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, I don't know if anybody. Hold on, I'm just pushing mute. I don't know if anybody watch Inmates to Roommates. That would be an experience we could try. Try and get an inmate to a roommate.
No, I would never do that.
That'd be something to try. So if anybody watched the Inmate to Roommate, let me know. Hold on, I'm trying to get the thing up. Let's see.
Why y'all looking crazy?
With them, they done did something they ain't supposed to do. All right, here we go. Let me move this here, and we're gonna share the screen so I can show y'all the cast, the people that are actually. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Move this over here. What's up, Addie? Baby, you gotta come off of that. So these are the people that actually are the inmates so far. And we're gonna go through different ones, different scenarios, different ones that people in the midst of living with the roommates.
Can you?
I just turned my mic off so we had a feedback until we get talking.
Okay, I had turned it off over here. Seriously?
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. I'm gonna let you talk, and I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. Once I get started, I'm gonna start off. Let's start off with the first one, the first couple. Hold on. The first couple. I don't know why would a person. First of all, I wouldn't know why a person would go share. Be a roommate, have an inmate to be a roommate. That's number one. I don't know what make a.
I'm sure they get paid. I'm sure they get paid. So, because I know good and dang T well. Ain't nobody letting nobody move into their house for the free.
So this individual, this guy, talk about Bill, babe. Talk about Bill before I play it. I'll mute your mic before I play it.
Okay. All right. Hey y'all, hope everybody can hear me. Um, so the first one we're gonna talk about is a married couple and a single man. Now, it's actually not the married couple who met Bill, it's the wife who met Bill on a dating app while she was married to her husband. And they started, what's the word? Pen paling. I started writing letters back and forth, flirting and everything. And I don't know. The backstory is irrelevant. Fast forward to now, she's talked to her husband, and Bill came to live with them upon getting paroled. Now they're uber religious, don't eat meat, don't sleep in the same bed, and they allowed an inmate. Now I'm going to preface this entire video by saying, I don't care about you being an inmate. I don't care about you doing time. That is not the issue. I have dated people who've been in jail, and jail is different than prison. So I've dated people who've been in prison. I don't care about that. That's a different situation. You have a stranger who was romantically talking to your wife because they can keep on acting like she can keep on acting like, oh, God said I should speak to him. God didn't send you to no dating website, ma'am. Not when you had a whole husband. And we felt like it was our mission, our ministry to bring Bill into our house and to give him a foundation. Well, all you did was take that man from one prison to another prison. They had a whole list of rules they put up on the wall, and poor Bill can't eat meat in the house because they don't like the way it smells. They won't even let him keep meat in the refrigerator, so he got to put his little sandwich on top of the air conditioner grate.
That
He
was on the
can't
floor
have
too.
ice. He can only have so much ice, and they got an ice maker, and he plugged it up and used their water. It's a mess. It's just a mess. And now Bill is a con man. That's what he was in jail for. Bill was in jail. Bill was in prison for 20 years. There are murderers that don't stay in jail for 20 years. So I mean, I'm the more fantasy person. You know what I'm saying? I'm the more fantasy person. Baby is the more reality person. And we have a YouTube channel. And I can understand why people watch us or watch other content creators on YouTube. I can understand that because by doing so, you see reality for real. Ain't nobody paying us to do this. It's not. We live in our lives and you can see yourself in us. Because if you watch TV, they have stereotypes of what they think black people are, what they think white people are, what they think gay people, excuse me, what they think gay people are, and that's what TV is. It's an exaggeration. It's not reality. So I get that we're on YouTube doing reality. And I get that there needs to be a certain amount of attention. You need to be okay with a certain amount of attention to even be small content creators, to even have 10,000 followers. But you can't tell me that it makes any kind of sense to have prisoners who are not related to you, who are not friends with you. This ain't your home girl. This ain't your godmama. This ain't your, the dude you grew up with. These are strangers, and you're moving from prison into their homes. And it is ridiculous. With the Bill situation, let me tell you something. People have these strange, I don't know why people have prison fantasies.
I think that lady liked Bill.
That lady wanted to like Bill. That lady looked over at her husband, who looked like he wasn't through cooking in the womb, and she was stuck with him. And they got this whole religion.
Then I was thinking the same. The husband and wife had separate rooms.
But they're like, what's the word I'm trying to say? What? Not uber religious, but there are people who go to church, pay their tithes, do their thing. And then there are people who, what's one? I can't think of what I'm trying to say.
Those people that
they're more fanatical about their religion. It is not a part of who they are. It is something they have made their entire personality. I think that we should just sit and pray for Bill and let God tell us what to do. Did God tell y'all to bring Bill in the house?
Because Bill in there, but I don't think Bill doing anything bad.
Bill just being who Bill was.
Bill just being Bill.
Baby, Bill sorry as hell. Bill don't want no job, and he's not used to having to work for money. Bill was a hustler. He was a con man. He was a take your shit. I'm not gonna work for it, but if you work for it, I'll gladly take it from you kind of dude. And you don't change that. And Bill is grown. It's not like Bill is some kind of. They didn't bring some young, impressionable inmate who just had a string of bad luck and he got in jail. They brought a career criminal who was in jail for 20 years on a non-violent crime.
Mm-hmm.
He escaped like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, so come on now.
Let me play this little clip real quick. Pause your thingy. Your mute your mic so I don't get no feedback. I don't want no feedback. All right, so I'm gonna play a little piece of this.
I always have to check here and make sure there's not contraband in here. Oops. He doesn't like rules or restrictions.
So this her husband.
And then there's consequences. So
this her husband right here.
See what happens.
Yeah, never planned on this.
She the one that kept sending
Bill when initially there was
letters and stuff.
He wanted to find a good Christian girl to marry. He said, someone like me. That's what he would tell me on the phone. You're so nice. I want to meet someone just like you. So the past few weeks have been more and more difficult getting along with Bill. He's not obeying rules, doesn't even go out looking for a job on his own. And he's content to do that and be on the phone pretty much all day with his girlfriend.
She's just jealous because now here's Bill. This Bill, y'all.
Well, hey,
Bill, guys. Hey, what's up? Guess what I got? What did you get? A job? I got the good news. What does that say? Permit? Oh, we just got clearance to
travel permit?
Got my travel pass.
They don't like that.
Travel is strictly regulated by my parole conditions, and I can't go anywhere without explicit written permission from the parole officer.
See?
So I'm thrilled that I just got a travel pass approved from parole to go to California to see Mary. I'm very excited.
Somebody
I'm approved for 15 days, and I can't get out of here quick enough. So
Bill basically ready to roll. Bill ain't got time to be dealing with these people. Drinker, come on, A&E. Go ahead, baby, on Bill. Bill done got his travel papers. Unmute your thing.
My bad. Here's the thing.
Look at Bill. He ready to roll.
Bill. This is a failed experiment. This entire show is a failed experiment. And I hope it has one season and one season only because somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody is going to get hurt. You have inmates. Now, I'm not going to say that they are any more prone to violence or anything than anybody else. However, these people have had to live the past however many years they was in jail having to fight for their life. Understand that they wasn't in boarding school. They weren't in the county lockup. They were in prison. And some prisons, you got to fight for your everyday.
Mm-hmm.
Bill was a short, fat white man trying to get by 20 years in jail, breaking out of jail, getting in trouble, getting more time tacked on. You are letting these unknown variables into your home. This is not somebody you got living in the shack out back. This is somebody who comes through your front door every day. And it's all of them. I hate the whole prison shopping thing. I hate that. I hate going on websites, prison pen pal websites, prison dating websites, prison marriage websites, and you have people who are free living their life, doing what they want to, taking a shower when they want to take a shower, going to the bathroom by themselves, on here picking people who are not free to make their own decisions. And you selling them this dream. And they selling you one right back. Right after I watched this, I went and watched Love After Lockup. Went and watched it. And that's what happens when you bring folks. Damn near every relationship on that show is messed up. And these people were talking to be in love. These people were talking to come out and get into a relationship with somebody else.
Some people will do anything to keep their freedom.
We have a list of rules. What the hell did I get myself into here?
And when a life is on the line,
I got a lot to lose. It's very important for me not to go back to prison.
how far would you go?
We're done here. I'm leaving.
I gotta go home. I gotta leave here.
Inmate to Roommate. New series premieres Thursday, August 18th at 10, only on A&E.
So, for the people that don't know about Inmate to Roommate, it's a lot. It's a lot involved when it come to these people, and it's a lot because like, what's the other one? This guy, what's his name? Oh shoot, what's his name? The young boy. What's that young boy? The youngest one. The youngest one on here. He think he can still do stuff. Okay, this is the guy right here. Hold on. We're gonna talk about him now. We're gonna get off of Bill. Bill doing his thing. All right, so this gentleman here, Lisa swear we think we saw him on Hoarders, but I think he was on Hoarders because he looked familiar too. All right, so let's go on this one right here. The guy that's taking care of the young boy.
Siggy, you came here today. Hello, Sigmund Freud. Yes, I had to make sure that you didn't make any errors. Oh, wait, I'm thinking of wanting to have sex with my mother, right? My friends describe me as eccentric and kind of a weirdo. But the sooner you own it, the better things go. Well, keep that subconscious in mind. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, very good. I got married about 30 years ago. I married a wonderful woman. We have 2 children. We were married for about 7 years. It didn't go as well as I wanted, and we got divorced. At my age, living alone has been going pretty well. And now I'm about to take a returning citizen, an inmate, Darquavian, in to live with me. Darquavian was a patient of mine, and 7 years ago, he came into my residential unit as a teenager. And he'd been through some very rough things where he made some poor choices.
My name is Vivian. I'm currently incarcerated in Macomb County, serving 7.5 years. My charges was home invasion, first degree, and larceny in building. I've been incarcerated since I was 17. At that age, I was living like I was an adult. I was too young to be out there doing the things I was doing. He asked me what it is that I wanted to do in life. And I told him I just want to finish school and become somebody. From that moment right there, he just embraced me. He took me in as his own.
I stayed involved with him for the 7 years because he's a really remarkable person. Once it was established that Darquavian is getting out, I saw that he didn't have a safe place to go. So I just said, maybe you should come here and live here for a while. He was thrilled with it. Come up the stairs here. The messy room over here is my bedroom.
See, he bored us. Look at that man.
Which is messy right now because we've had to put some stuff in there to get the room that Darquavian's going to be in cleared out. So when Darquavian gets here, he'll be able to just enjoy it. This is the bathroom. That is a great bathroom, except right now it doesn't work very well, but we're getting this fixed. No problem. As you can see that we have to
All right, we're gonna stop it there because that's a long thing, and you might want to watch it. So, go ahead and talk about that. What how you saying that? Quavian. I'm mute.
All right. Ooh. Sorry about my hair. This guy was his psychiatrist or counselor when he was in jail. And he thought it would be a nice thing to help him out. You couldn't have taken my nephew to live in your hoarder house. He has family that's got to be close enough by that he could have went to live with, but he chose to go live with this man. Now, I don't necessarily think it was going to work. I don't think any of them going to work. I don't know what to say. I don't think any of them going to work. I think it's a bad situation. I think that the prisoners are going to come out, especially the black men, are going to come out thinking they can still get back to their prisoner ways. They can still get back to their pre-prison life, their pre-prison time and out on the streets. The first thing they do is the first thing you shouldn't do. It is against your parole to go hang out with other felons. You can't get high. You ain't even supposed to drink when you're on parole. And I understand that's a lot to ask somebody, but you got to weigh whether or not you want your freedom as opposed to these very temporary pleasures. Find other pleasures. Find something to do. Now I get that the man say he trying to keep the Quavian or whatever his little boy name is out of jail, and he trying to keep him on the straight and narrow. But here's the thing. This older white man can't know what this young black man is going through. He can't relate to his experiences. He doesn't understand how to even talk to him. So the reality is that if somebody is a prisoner living in your home, you are also bound by rules and regulations. If you see that person living in your home doing something that's against his parole, then you have to report him. Now, that being said, everybody don't follow the rules and regulations. That's anybody. If Nick was a felon and he came back to live here and he came back, would I call him if his homeboys who are also felons came over here to see him and say, "What's up, Nick?" and give him a pat on the back? No. But I would also know how to let him know that. They don't even know how to communicate between each other.
But the backstory, you didn't say the backstory because, but it was his is that his brother or cousin?
That is nothing. That is a boy he was in jail with who he calls his brother. He doesn't have any family like that. He has his uncle and he has some cousins. I don't even know if the uncle is his real uncle at this point.
Yeah, because his uncle was taking sides with him because he wanted to go hang out with his boy.
Well, his boy's not out of jail yet. His boy's not out of jail yet. So you know when he get out of jail, we're gonna chop it up and do this, this, and the third. You're not. But nobody is telling. See, my thing is, I don't think the little boy should be with the man. However, I don't think anybody is also telling this little boy that this is what you need to do, because if you want to go back to jail, just walk your ass back to jail. Don't sit up here and put us through this these hard times you about to put us through and trying to figure out where you are and what to do. Tell him. Nobody is telling him nothing. Nobody is telling any of these prisoners anything, because this is a television show.
Mhm.
And they don't want to get rid of their money and their recognition. Here's the thing. Y'all know how I feel about attention. Because people who crave attention, people who are addicted to attention, will do absolutely, positively anything to get it. They will do negative stuff. Y'all know that on YouTube.
Addie said he left with his uncle, his so-called uncle.
Right, he left with him, but his uncle ain't telling him no better.
Right. Then he tried to use his mother. What if it was your mother? And I'm like,
and that was a false correlation. You can't sit up here and say, if well, she was like, oh, well, if your mother was dying and they told and your mother was a felon, well, you know what, sir? If my mama was dying and my mama was a felon, guess what? I can go to my P.O. officer and say, hey, my mom is dying and I want to go see her. She got a felony charge. What do I have to do to go see her? The reality is there's a way around everything. You got to stay on the up and up, and they too busy with that slick shit. And the white man does not know how to tell him that. The white man does not know how to talk to him. The white man does not know how to do any of that. All he knows how to do is talk in that very calm, therapist voice and try to use his books and all that stuff. That's not what he needs. You can't help the Quavian. You can't help him. And you shouldn't have brought him into that nasty house. You shouldn't have brought none of us into that nasty house. That means
no TV show.
you didn't.
But did you hear one of the producers say, are you a hoarder?
He said, I don't think I'm a hoarder. He said some like that.
he said the one.
Or somebody said.
He asked, was he a hoarder? I was like, oh shit.
I get it. Everybody want to be famous, and the internet has given people the opportunity to be famous without having no talent. Before that, be famous, you used to have to be able to sing, dance, act, be funny. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't have to do any of that. All you got to do is have one video go viral or something stupid go viral, and then you can try to capitalize off that. People have gotten rich off of being stupid on TV. And I get it. I get all it. But at the end of the day, guess what? All these people who are letting them in their houses, they're going to go back to their houses. Guess where these other people going to go? To jail. The Quavion is going back to jail. Bill is going to go back to jail.
They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
You're not listening. And the people that you're in the house with don't know how to talk to you, because the people's houses that you're going to, they also have their own ulterior motives. They're not there for you. They're not there for you. Bill is not there for him. I don't know what Bill's need is, because not Bill, but I don't know, the doctor, I don't know what his name is. The doctor's not there for the Quavion like he want to be, because he would know how to come to him. You just talked to the boy when he was in prison. That means you knew him before this show. You know what you're saying. You know what you're saying is not gonna go over with him. You know what he was.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is talking to them and saying the things that you're doing is going to get you put back in jail. This is what you need to do. They're talking around them. They're getting mad with them. They're giving them a list of rules to live in the house. You should have gave them these rules before they got there and made sure they were going to follow them, and not just because they wanted to get out of prison. Come on now. The first lady, she met her man on a dating website, but you got a whole husband. And now you want to be talking about you scared because Bill is in there. Well, Bill told my husband that I was coming to his room with negligees on, and I don't even own lingerie. I just have summer pajamas and winter pajamas. Naked is lingerie, okay? Shut up, lady. You met him on a date website. Now, if your husband is dumb enough to sit up there and listen to you, that's fine. But Bill is a hustler, and he heard somebody who was lonely and vulnerable, and that's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
This little boy, I don't know. There's a reason that he chose the doctor over his uncle. Because the uncle said, I should have brought you with me. It's not, I should have brought you with me.
I suppose that took him.
You know, I should have brought you with me. That's like Nick saying, I should have came home, but I decided, no, you bring your ass home, sir.
Leilani.
Sir. This is like him going to Leilani's house instead of coming here when he get out of jail. Boy.
All right, so let's go to the next one. What about the older lady, Artie? Artie, that's her name? And the guy that came from prison.
She went to get her man too. Half of these are about trying to get you a man out of jail.
Anybody wants, you can get on, if you want to talk about it with us, it'd be fine. Hold on. If you're watching the show. Addie, if you want to get on, you get on. You don't have to show your face. It'll let you close your camera off, turn your camera off. Yeah, but already that lady, Lisa thinks, I think she was just trying to be, she just wanted company.
She said she wanted company, baby, but you don't.
Not like a relationship company.
That's a lie. She treated him like she lying.
Because why would she put him in another room?
She lying. She treated him with the exception because, let me tell you why. Because she thought he was going to get there and he was going to see her and they was going to strike up this relationship. And at some point, one room become two. I mean, two rooms become one. But she on him like that's her man. You can call me. Why you ain't pick up the phone? Bitch, I don't have to call you. You just where I live at.
Yeah, but see, he made a point that they were supposed to have dinner at 7.
I don't have to call you. I don't have to check in with you. I don't have to keep you up to date on what I'm doing. You are not my woman. You are where I live. Now, thank you for buying me dinner. I'm sorry.
Now we talking about the show on A&E, Inmate to Roommate. Inmate to Roommate. Yeah.
But she treated him like her man, and he just as bad.
Now the son is involved. That's even worse because now
I blame the woman for this one altogether because you already knew your son was hood 300, and you was gonna bring this dude fresh out of jail into your house where your son gonna be at. Right, and you didn't think your son was gonna say nothing. Right, and you thought you was gonna get some ass. Right. But he's not treating her the way she thought he was going to treat her. He thought he thought he was going to be accommodating. He thought she thought he was going to be grateful. She thought that she could sit up there and cook him and clean him into her drawers. I'm telling you. Yes, she lonely, but no woman just wants some dude to sit there in the same house with her.
I can't remember his name. What was his name?
I don't know, dude.
I know her name was Artie.
No. And you got your son in there? Come on now. You gonna send both them folks to jail because you sitting up here playing the game.
All right, so what about the other guy? The guy that can't drink because he went to jail for
He done already messed up because he done already bought a car he can't afford with no job, no driver's license, nothing. So he'll be back in jail too. Yay.
Yeah, he bought a nice car. He bought a flashy truck, which is crazy.
What I don't get is how they are allowing these. Now I understand with Bill because they had a house big enough for them to come, and Artie had a second bedroom, a house big enough for them to come to. I don't understand. They normally, now I'm not 100% certain, but I know a lot of times they do house checks because you just can't go anywhere.
Right.
So did nobody check the doctor's house?
Oh, how it was like a hoarder?
Right. Did nobody check the house of the dude we was just talking about, the little white boy who got picked up, fell asleep in the Chick-fil-A parking lot?
Yeah.
And went to jail. Did nobody check their house? Only had one bedroom?
Yeah, because she had to empty her stuff out. So I'm trying to figure out where they sleeping.
Living room or some shit. The black girl, she got one bedroom. Well, the apartment that I was gonna get fell through, so now we got to do one bedroom. So she going, what in the hell?
Daddy said they were fighting over food.
Who's fighting over food?
I don't remember that part. Are you talking about Artie?
Yeah, they was fighting over food,
Yeah,
but they wasn't fighting over food. They was fighting over food, but they
because he
wasn't.
came late. He came
They was
home.
fighting because she came late.
He came late 1 in the morning after they supposed to have dinner at 7 something in the evening. And then he thought he was gonna come home and start eating. That's what it was. You don't remember that part?
Yeah, I remember.
It just that's how that went down. But this he thought he can come in time of night and just start eating after they done had set up the plates and set the table and everything because he's supposed to be in there at 7:30, something like that. And then she kept calling him and he didn't respond to the call.
Not your man.
And then he come in like 1 something in the morning. But that's kind of disrespectful though, be coming in somebody's house that late and you don't even pay no rent and you don't you supposed to be there for dinner.
Not your man.
That's rude.
I didn't say he wasn't rude, but she knew he was rude. She knew he was rude because he been doing it since they been here.
That's just crazy.
She's been doing it. He been acting the same way since he got out of jail. Not answering her call, none of that. Why in the fresh hell would you sit up there and I went out and got your favorite meal.
Yep, she sure did.
I went out and got your why?
But still,
that's not your man.
It don't matter. It's disrespectful.
It does matter.
That's just like if I have an inmate in here and they were like, "Well, I'm gonna be home for dinner." Okay, I get your favorite meal. You down?
What? I'm not getting your favorite meal. You not my man. I'm not getting you. Not my man. You're not my girlfriend. You can get some of these bologna sandwiches. You can make your own. Get the hell out of my face. I'm
but
sorry.
It's not the point. The point is, hear me out. Hear me out. I take you in. My expectations are don't mess up my house or whatever. Be respectful. You going through something because your daughter don't want to be bothered with you because she's young. So you're upset. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get you a favorite meal. Be home by a certain time to make you feel better because of what you went through. Regardless if you my whatever, but the point is, it's still messed up. You got me waiting, and then you think you're gonna come and eat at 1 in the morning?
Let me say one more again.
It ain't about.
Don't buy the favorite meal. That was not you sitting up there doing. Again, I say everything had an ulterior motive. I get what you saying, baby. I get what you saying about you being nice and trying to be nice. But if you were a single person, if you were a single dom, and you let a woman in your house because you didn't want to be alone anymore, there's somewhere in your eyeball, somewhere in the back of your brain cells that at some point some ass is gonna get passed. So if I am nice, if I do these things, if I keep you in line, if I have your favorite meal, then you're going to eventually act right.
Eventually?
It's different. I ain't trying to be funny. It's different when a woman. It is different when a woman pulling up on a man that is. It's different than a woman pulling up on a. If you would have let me stay in your house, I would have done. I would have acted like your woman. I would have been there on time. I would have answered your calls. See, that's where the difference is. She is the free one.
Yeah, but
she is treating him. My ear itching.
No, the thing about it is if she's allowing him to stay because he don't have no place to go, you see he came back. Because if somebody allowed you a place to go, you just came fresh out of prison, you should respect that person because they ain't had to open their doors for you.
These are not guys. These are not college students. These are people who are coming fresh. This is not like any of these people stayed in a halfway house, and then went here. They went straight from prison to somebody they didn't know house.
Addie said, "What about the woman that put her friend out?" That's the last one.
I have no idea why this little girl brung this other little girl in the house.
Let's go from the backstory. So you got this young lady. She got her own place, and she got her own business, and she doing her own thing. You know, she coming up trying to do her thing, make her papers, and do everything. And then she has her dominant friend, which is her best friend. You know, living there. She sleeps on the couch and do her thing and go to work. You know, but then she has her friend that's been in prison.
They weren't friends.
What are they?
There was some girl she met while she was in prison. That wasn't her home girl. They weren't friends. They started talking while she was. That's not her home girl that went to prison.
Right. Addie said a credit card scammer playing the other two women.
Right. There you go, Addie.
Yep.
That's not her friend. They weren't friends. That's not like, okay, you and Miss V. She go to prison, she get out, she come stay with us. Cool. That's our friend. Mm-hmm. This is some chick she met that was in jail. She didn't know they only talked while she was in jail as a part of a program. I guess it might have been a part of this A&E program, but they weren't friends.
My thing is, how you gonna put your best friend out though?
Because
how you gonna put your best friend out?
I don't know. That whole backstory ain't came out. That whole backstory ain't came out.
How you gonna put your best friend out?
And then get an attitude. Now the girl already said I didn't want to go stay with my parents because I felt like I wouldn't have structure if I stayed with my parents. I felt like I would go back to the old me. So I came to your house. So the first thing you do is go out to the club and buy $350 to have a big bottle service. And I'm talking about I gave it to you and whoop-de-whoop. Her best friend was sleeping on the couch. Now, here's my issue with that. You already see she got a personality that can be used because her best friend was doing that. You in a one-bedroom apartment, somebody staying in your house, ain't paying no bills.
Right.
So you already see that. Now, maybe it was something else. Maybe they used to be something else because whatever. Maybe they wouldn't. Don't know. Don't care. Right. However, you got a one-bedroom apartment and you got somebody you don't know sleeping on your couch. I'm with your friend, though. You got a one-bedroom apartment. You got somebody else sleeping in your couch.
Right.
And the girl done already told you, done already shown you she's not going to keep your house the way you want it. And you run your business out of this house. And that whole thing was computer identity fraud, but you done already let her on your computer?
Right.
Come on, that.
Talking about a stimulus check. You're right. She said she got her stimulus check. So if you got your stimulus check, you gonna spend
a stimulus check.
We watched this morning. The girl said she got a stimulus check. That's how she was buying the drink.
She was lying. She been in jail for 4 years. What stimulus check she got? Don't worry, I'll wait. Them folks in jail didn't get no stimulus check.
And if she had stimulus check, why she didn't give her money for rent?
What stimulus check she got?
If she had $300, why she didn't give that money to that girl?
Why she didn't give her the money? Why you take her out? Right.
And her best friend is telling her in her face, I don't trust her. I was like, damn, she said that joker right in her face. I don't trust her. Shoot, I wouldn't trust her either.
Oh.
That's just too much. She gonna take them out to the club, spend $300 on a bottle.
It was almost $300. It was almost $400, and I'm sure it was close to $500 by the time it was done. So,
Kisha said they got checks in jail. Lisa, my sister man did.
I get what y'all saying, but what job did she have? You know, stimulus checks came from doing your taxes.
I don't know. She was already she a scammer, so
That might be it.
she was on that computer. Remember, she was on that girl computer. 5.2 seconds while she out of jail. Unless she had some stash, she must have some money stashed somewhere. I know, right, Addie? She said she said leaving her house dashed with her clothes all over. Remember that?
Right, and in her stuff.
I would have threw all that shit in trash bags and threw it out. Yeah, but she I mean, if she did get money in jail or whatever the case is, the point and the principle is if somebody taking you in and you can't pay rent, wouldn't you rather give them the money for the rent than go drink the rent? How you supposed to if I was that girl that not the if I was that girl, got $600 worth of commissary, right? If I was that girl that was helping the prisoner out, she would have to go. Because if you can spend money at a club and you can't get no rent, come on now.
And then I don't think the girl. I don't think it's like Annie went and found this 5 or 6 people that didn't have no sense, just enough sense to dangle $200,000-$300,000 in their face and have some stranger in their house because what did she say something?
Who?
What she said was, I told you I would pay the rent for 30 days, and then by that time you have a job. First of all, she wouldn't even be able to pay you nothing for at least 2 months. She got to find a job, get the job, get a check. That don't come in 30 days.
Right? She said ironing her jeans on the floor on the towel. I saw that. She should have been cleaning up. Where she was going? She shouldn't be going nowhere. She should be applying herself for a job.
I love y'all.
But Leilani said that's a lot of Roman and salties.
Say what?
It's up. Addie said that's $600 worth of commissary.
That's funny.
That's a lot for Roman.
Well, she said she had some money before she went in. She got her money. That's really what she said. That's what she said. But my hair, I can't. These, Lord have mercy. This is a hot mess of hot mess proportions.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly hot messy because between the lady that picked up, between the married lady that picked up a raggedy prisoner with no prospects and brought him into her home with her wife and with her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And now she talking about, I'm scared because Bill said he saw me in my lingerie and I was knocking on his door at night, and I'm scared now.
She ain't scared. She just trying to cover up
between
herself.
her and the Florida doctor that thought he could just pluck him a little black boy out of prison and make him and fix him, and the black lady that thought that if she bought him dinner that he would be hers, and I don't know what the hell.
He did stuff twice.
That's not his woman. That's not her man. He don't have to answer her phone call. He don't have to answer her phone call. He ain't got to talk to her. Yeah, hello, goodbye. You have a nice day.
I just think for all them to come home, everybody had rules and regulations written down.
They're all upset. I feel like I'm in jail again. Come on now.
They came from prison to prison. And
come on now.
The other boy, that boy, he go by that flashy car, and then he go to the
Mardi Gras.
The Mardi Gras thing they had. All that drinking, you should just stay in the house. Then he had nerve to bring a girl to the house. They need to do a recording of what happened to them after they leave that house. I bet you half of them go back to jail.
Well,
Half of them, because that like Addie said, is a hot mess.
the prison recidivism rate, I want to say, is 75 to 80% of all prisoners who are released on parole, or even those that are released not on parole, end up reoffending and going back to prison. And I don't think this show is. I don't think this show is helping. I don't think this show is gonna cut that rate down at all. I don't think this show or programs like this. There need to be support programs for people leaving the prison system to get them on their feet with their families. If they don't have families, there need to be people that they vetted and know what they're getting into and have had conversations with the prisoner before he come in the house.
Yeah,
It's like they just picking folks out to come live in their house, and then they get mad when it don't work out. You don't know these people. The husband didn't even know that she was bringing a man home. She sprung that shit on him.
and he's standing look like Barney Fife.
She quick to say, I met him on a dating website. I haven't yet to see a friend website. I have seen a pen pal website.
Oh, look, Krista said, I think they just was planning to have a relationship of some kind with them people coming out of jail.
And Bill came out, he wasn't looking the way she thought he was going to look neither. Bill came out looking like Penguin from the damn Batman movie. She thought she was about to get something sexy, and out come this little fat, bald-ass man with no job and no potential to have no job. These are felons. They can't, Bill can't get no job. Tavares ain't gonna be able to get no, just walk in, get no job. Now, you know what? That being said,
okay.
That being said, you can get a job in a restaurant. The restaurants I worked in hired prison, and hell, they used to have work study from the prison. So you can get jobs, but I don't know what kind of jobs they think they're gonna be able to get. I don't know what kind of money they think they're gonna be able to make.
True that. Hold up. Addie said he talking about he had 2 hurricanes. He was drunk. And then she said, how did he get a nice car with notes?
He had money.
That's what I said, Addie. I was like,
because you don't need a driver's license. I don't know. Quiet as it's kept. You don't need a driver's license to buy a car. You don't need if you don't need a driver's license to drive the car off the lot, you think they give a shit about whether or not you got insurance? Driving a car without a license is worse than driving a car with no insurance. You go get insurance.
Oh no, I ain't never seen that before. I might have to go to the dealership and see if that can happen. You gotta be a certain age.
I don't know.
See, if you don't need no license.
Y'all already know. Now let me tell y'all something.
You don't need no license.
Y'all already know that he did not go to the Mazda dealership or to the Dodge dealership. He went to some little buy here, pay here place.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna take Nick, see if he can buy a car. One of those spots in Manassas. They got plenty of them. We just have to take a road trip out there. See if Nick can buy a car with no license. I never heard of it. And then a small town too. Yeah, you buy a car. A dealer's not going to tell you that. So just so you know, a dealer's not going to tell you that. No, we're going to Manassas to one of those. A dealer's not going to tell you that. They got the little small places where they just sell cars with the little numbers on them. And you going in there talking about all this illegal shit you're going to do. They don't want to hear that neither. No, I'm going to let Nick go in there. See if he can go buy a car. See what happens. You can buy a car without. Now I don't know how he drove off the lot without a driver's license. No, that was a truck. That was a nice. Looked like a. I think he got a Range Rover. I think it's like a Land Rover, Range Rover. It was a SUV. Range Rover Discovery, something like that. One of them expensive cars, black, everything. They can work constructions. Yeah, they can do a lot of things, but I don't know. Let me see if I can pull up that car real quick. But I mean, as far as that girl, I don't know. I think that girl gonna steal from her.
I don't
Gonna
know.
mess up her I think she gonna mess up her business.
And here's the jam. I, my thing is like, it's like this. It's like this. When somebody does something to you, then I feel appropriately sorry for you.
Mhm.
Empathetic, sympathy, all that. Somebody was feeding you a line of malarkey, as they say. Somebody was telling you they love you when they didn't. Somebody was hyping you up like you was the great love of their life, and then when everything came off. But if you willingly and knowingly and with your eyeballs opened walked into a situation and got what you knew was probably going to be the likely outcome, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for nobody on that show. Bill know he ain't doing right. He know he ain't doing right.
Bill done flew to
That little boy, the Quavion, he know he ain't supposed to be around them people. He know he ain't supposed to be doing that stuff. But sometimes the life is just what it is. And his family ain't no better. His uncle over there talking about, well, that's his brother. He got to see his brother. That's not his brother. That's some dude he was in jail with. And I get the bonds of friendship are strong, but do you want to go back to jail for him? See, both of them are felons, and both of them can be violated on their parole and go back to jail. Ain't nobody telling them that.
and then it's being recorded. It's live.
And I don't know why they think that everything on this show, every time that somebody does something illegal, every time they get on shows like this and talk on the camera and act like this cannot be used against them. This is not attorney-client privilege. This is open information for everybody to see. And everything you do can and will be used against you in a court of law. He don't have to call nobody. All your PO has to do is watch this show. The only good thing about that is by the time the show come out, he done already did the crime. So it'll be hard for them to prove. That's it. But everything they do on this show, they can be found out. Everything you do when you get online is free game for everybody. Oh, the old boy with Artie, he hanging out with his homeboys. He hanging out. Somebody stupid, like you know what he thought. You know what Bill thought. He thought he was gonna come out and he was gonna be the man. He was gonna be the castle of old girl house. Didn't know the old girl had a husband. So now he got to go find him another castle to take over. So it is what. This is a hot mess. This is a hot trashy mess. This. Hell no. A girl went to college with had a car, but she had epilepsy and couldn't legally have a driver's license. The car was for us to drive her around. Yeah. Yeah, Addie, the doctor tried to tell him to do it, but here's the thing. When you talk to somebody and he was talking at the Quavion, he wasn't like, hey, check this out. If you go felon up, if you go with a round of the felons, drugs, guns and stuff, and I see it, you can get in trouble. They can't come here in my house. That's basically what it meant. But he didn't know how to tell him. See, that's my thing. The Quavion needs somebody to tell him. The Quavion needs somebody to talk to him, somebody who knows and understands what he's saying. Because just because you are a doctor and you talk to these guys on a regular basis in prison and everything, the reality is that you can't know the experiences. and you can't understand that he doesn't understand what you're saying. All he heard you say was you was gonna call the police on him. That's all he heard you say. So I don't know, guys. I really, really and truly hope that this. I really and truly hope that this has one season. Because if not, it's just gonna be season after season of people going back to jail. Because between Bill not getting the job, DeQuavian ain't even. DeQuavian blew that. That was what That's what we forgot. DeQuavian blew off the interview. The doctor got him a job. He could have had a job. All he had to do was show up at the interview on time. He came to the house an hour late, had to rush, and didn't get the job because he was late. I don't know, babe. I'm just like, this whole situation doesn't seem like it's set up for any of them to succeed. It's not. Bill is not going to succeed because Bill is going to be able to talk his way around these women. He knows how to find a way in, and that's what he's going to do. DeQuavian does not have anybody who is thinking about his life in the long run. You thinking about the fact he just got out of jail. You thinking about the fact that he need to see his friends. Well, guess what? His friends ain't gonna serve that time for him if he go back. His friends are not gonna be the one that they pick up and put in jail.
Krista said most of them need to just go to the halfway house.
I don't know why they didn't. They
Don't
would
make
have
no
did better.
sense.
I would have watched the show. I would have more quickly watched the show about prisoners transitioning from prison to a halfway house to get back in the world than I will watch a show with people just sitting up there. Because it's got to be, I don't know whether it's for money, attention, fame. I don't know what it's for. But none of this is going to go. DeQuavian is not looking for a job. He's trying to figure out a way to go hang out with his friends. He's young. And somebody just talking over him and talking to him and talking at him is not going to get it. Tadia, whatever the hell her name was, she had this thing in her mind. And it's not going the way she thought it was going. He gonna come out. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. He gonna see what a good woman I am, and boom, pow, bang. I don't have to be alone no more. But this ain't some dude you met at the grocery store. This ain't some dude you met at the convenience store. This is a dude that's been in prison. Number one, trying to connect with a daughter he has not seen, who doesn't want to connect with him. And she might have the added burden that he don't date black girls because his baby mama white. It's not going to go the way she thought. I don't know why that girl let anybody stay in her one-bedroom apartment like that, especially somebody she don't know.
This the older lady that Lisa was talking about. This the older lady Lisa was talking about just now. Like I said, if y'all haven't watched it, it's still on. I don't know how many more episodes they got, but it's out of control. Yeah, hold on. She expecting too much from this man. That's just crazy. I don't know what to say about that. Here go Bill. Bill to the right, husband and wife. That one right there just confuses me right there. And there go what's his name?
The
Quavion.
Quavion or the Quavius.
And that's the what is he, a doctor?
He's a doctor, a psychiatrist, psychologist. I don't know which one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think more or less people think. I'm gonna tell you how they think. People think like I think. You just think you can fix a person. You know what I'm saying? And try to make a person better than what they were before. You know what I'm saying? So when they come out into society, you wanna make them something, give them something to start off with.
You can't. They don't know you.
But some people are willing to change. I think it's just on that person.
I'm not gonna say not one of those people are not willing to change or want to make a change, but there has to be some kind of connection. There has to be something grounded. It can't be just because you want to. It can't just because you think you know better than them. And see, that's the problem with each and every one of them. The one where you talking about the boy with the getting a car with no driver's license. The family, the guy and the girl he lived with, um, think they know better than him.
Mm-hmm. She said, "What's up with the crocheting? He really going to leave?"
Who?
I think she talking about. I think she talking about the one with the one that had the two not Heineken, the two hurricane drinks. So you talking about the one that went to the Mardi Gras thing there?
Nobody thinks they did nothing wrong.
He's supposed to not go. But he's not supposed to drink.
Well, no, he's not supposed to do anything. He's a junkie. He's not supposed to do anything. Anything can knock him off. Once you start feeling the effects and then the alcohol is not good enough, then you go to something else. That's why they tell him not to drink. You can't do nothing. That's just the reality.
He should have just stayed home.
No, because these people need somebody to what I'm looking for. What's the word? You can't talk down. You can't talk down to somebody. You can't do that. Because these people already think they're right. Oh boy who bought the truck thinks he's right. The dude with the little girl thinks he's right. The Quavion thinks he's right. The girl that moved in with the other little girl thinks she's right.
Mm-hmm.
They all think they're right and can't nobody tell them nothing. I did my time, so now I did my time, so ain't nobody supposed to be able to tell me what to do. But you still in some sort of jail because you still beholden to the penal system. Not penal, to the penal system. You still beholden to the penal system. You still on papers. Everything you do stands a chance of putting you back in jail. And if your one reason, if your main focus is to not being in jail, but that's not what their main focus is. Bill's main focus is to get back out there and to get all the stuff he lost because he a hustler. He thinks the system did something to him. Now he got to get his stuff back. And the best way to do that, you got a woman that'll pay for it, then hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, because he was out. Last thing he was doing was eating lobster. And she was mad because she was like, where is he getting money? How is he?
You got a woman who'll do it for you.
He found somebody in LA. He done got a plane ticket.
The Quavion, he just worried about getting back to who he was before he went to jail. But who he was before he went to jail is why he went to jail. The other girl's scared she gonna relapse and go back to doing what she was doing because she will go back to doing what she was doing. She's already showed you her mind is not on getting out, staying out, and doing what I got to do not to go back in. The first thing she did was get dressed and go out to a party.
Yep. Addie said, why would she mess up her business prospects fooling around with that scammer?
because social media has made people think that if they can get a video, if they can get on TV, if somebody knows their name, they're going to be famous and they don't have to work no more. And that's for some people, it just is what it is. For some people, it's like for my wife, it's a hobby. It's something she loves to do. It's something she constantly does. She loves to talk. She loves to get and take pictures and vlog and do the different things. I go with her and do the things. I don't necessarily like being on camera.
You didn't say
I
like
don't,
that.
because I don't like the attention.
You said,
For
I'll
some,
go do the thing.
I don't particularly like the attention being on me. I don't mind it being on you. I don't like the attention being on me. That just happens to be a little quirk of my own. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with how I was treated when I was growing up and when I was older, and because every time I went somewhere or I was with somebody, it wasn't because, ooh, I love you. It was because, ooh, look at your booty, look at your boobs, ooh, listen to her sing, ooh, look at your eyes, ooh, look at her hair. It was, I didn't like attention. That has nothing. That's just stuff with me. Um, I don't mind radio. I could be on radio because you ain't got to see me. I could do podcasts. I could do that. You ain't got to see me. But that's just me. But some people, the thing they want most in the world is they 15 minutes of fame.
So
So they
you,
get on shows like Hoarders. Because let me tell you something, the hoarders ain't as they nasty, but they ain't as stupid as we think they are. They got on, they think they was gonna get some money, that's so they could buy some more stuff, and then, ooh, my house clean, and then, ooh, my house went back to being dirty. So you get on here thinking that you gonna get some money, and I can go back, and I can be famous, and da 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 whoop de whoop, boo boo. You gon' I don't understand why people, Lord have mercy. I hate shows like this because they take advantage of people.
but see, then that girl, she like Addie say, she risking her whole job.
Well, guess what? I don't feel sorry for her because then nobody make her do it. Did nobody make her do that? Did nobody make none of them sign up? Because there's a process. There's a sign up process. You got to go. You can see that on A&E. If you know somebody getting out of jail and somebody want to have them in their house, contact A&E. I bet if you go right now to the A&E website, it'll tell you how to get on the list of the people who gonna have people in their house. So it's a process. So at any moment you could have said, you know what, I ain't gonna do that. Like the old man from the beginning. The old man said, you know what? He ain't called me back. I ain't gonna be able to do this. I'm sorry that he got to go somewhere else. I'm sorry this, and the third, but I can't do it. At any moment in the process, you could, before them people came in your house, before them people messed up your lives and your living situation, you could have gotten out of it. I don't feel sorry for not now one of them on this show. I feel more sorry for the inmates than I do the people who house they in, because the inmates would do anything not to be in jail. When you in jail, there's one thing you'd rather be anywhere else. So I don't fault them for seeing this as a way of not having to shower in a room with 30 men, or not having to sleep in a room full of people, or not having to go to bed go to the bathroom by yourself, eat by yourself, sleep by yourself. I don't fault them as them looking for a way for it to be different. So I feel more sorry for them because you're not getting a good start in your next chapter. You're not getting a good start. Bill ain't getting a good start because this TV show has people letting him do stuff that somebody should be sitting over there going, Bill, get somewhere and sit down, go fill out a job application. No, come over here, let's get one. But see, ain't nobody doing it. They sitting up here talking about, oh, Bill did this, and Bill ate my ice, and Bill ate some meat, and Bill lying, and Bill doing this. And have you sat down and told Bill, check this out, dog. Check this out. You need to get a job. Let's go. We better go get this job, okay? Okay. No. The Quavion, somebody needs to let the Quavion know that you can't hang out with your folks, baby. You can't hang out with your homeboys. You can't do that because you're going to go back to jail. And then you'll be right back where you were a few months ago. You need to get a job. You need to get yourself situated. The same thing with the dude with the little girl. Until you get a job and get yourself situated, you're going to have problems because you're going to keep trying to do crazy stuff. The other little girl, she don't think she did nothing wrong.
Mm-mm.
She just got caught. Because the first thing she said was, I didn't go to my mom and daddy house because they would let me do what I want to do.
Krista said Bill enjoyed those meat sandwiches.
Well, Bill said,
No, Bill should have got with the neighbor.
yeah, that's what I said. Bill should have got with the neighbor. Shit.
The neighbor kept giving him stuff. He had to hop a flight. He could have ate at the neighbor's house. They could have been a couple.
So
But we don't know because Bill, we got to see what happens when Bill comes back.
I don't feel sorry for nobody. I don't feel sorry for none of these people who have disrupted their life, and the money can't be that good. It can't be that good because old girl's still in the one bedroom apartment. Because let me tell you something, my apartment complex knew that I was gonna get X amount of dollars every month for being on this show. I'd have made sure I'd have found me another 2-bedroom apartment. Let me get you another 2-bedroom apartment. Let me work this shit out for you.
Mm-hmm.
No, the money can't be good enough for people to want to do stuff for you. You are tearing y'all stuff up. You are tearing your life up for a show with maybe 10, 13 episodes. And then you gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to be another set the next time. It ain't going to be y'all. Bill gonna be the guy to my wife. The Quavion gonna be back up in jail. That I don't know what that boy doing because they really not focusing on anything but him, her, and his daughter. They not focusing on. They really not telling the backstory on him. He just hanging out with his friends. He gonna go back too. They need. They need to address his addiction because they don't. They have addiction and things like that. They need to address his addiction.
I just can't wait to the next episode come on. And he said that was funny about the meat sandwiches. Addie said she didn't look good enough. Who didn't look good enough? Which one? I just can't believe that she chose her to. How you kick your best friend out? You kick me out over something like that, I'm done. It's a wrap. I couldn't. It couldn't be me. All right, guys, we're gonna get up off of here. What you gonna? We gonna get up off here. I was trying to figure out what Addie was talking about. She didn't look good enough. Which one didn't look good enough?
The one, the black lady.
That lady across from Bill.
Oh, you're stupid. Well, she didn't look no better than the one he was talking to.
I don't know. I'm not gonna laugh. Oh man, I'm like, did they see pictures of each other?
I don't know.
Did they not see what they was getting involved with?
I don't know.
That's my issue. Did they not see? Did we miss something?
Well, I don't know, baby.
Anyway, if y'all want to watch this show, it's on A&E. I don't know what night it come on.
Thursday.
It's Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Come on Thursday night because we record it and then we just watched a whole lot of them, and then we finally caught up this morning. So it come on Thursday, and then we can talk about it again for the ones that's watching it. But if you haven't seen it, Please go watch it because you'd be amazed how people are. He has this decent looking woman. He has a decent woman now.
But I don't understand why decent looking woman won't Bill. Shit.
They think Bill the man.
Bill must be King Dingaling, boy.
Bill
Bill wasn't the top of shit. Bill was the bottom of somebody. No, my bad. My bad. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video go live, you guys can join us. Y'all come hang out tomorrow from bingo. Y'all know what to do, baby. So bye, y'all.
On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up, way up, way up. On track, now we going way up, Now we going way up, now we going. On track, now we going way up, Now we going way up, now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. On track, now we